We're solving another trigonometric equation with a graph, but this time, notice the equation is quite a bit more complex. Right-hand side, 4 minus x, that's linear. Left-hand side, combination of sine and cosine. And I want all solutions to this equation from 0 to 2x. This is something that is kind of difficult to graph by hand, quite time-consuming. We're going to go to our graphing calculator to find the solutions for this equation. So we're going to add a graph page, and I'm going to type this in. 2 sine of x minus cosine of x. And it looks like this. Now, yours might not look like this. What I want you to do right now is I want you to press Menu, and we're going to go down to Settings. Your graphing angle for this must be radians. If your graphing angle isn't radians, if it's degrees, then we can't possibly find all the solutions from 0 to 2 pi. So make sure that that is set to radians. Now, move that out of the way, grab it, or I could Control-click over it, and I can hide the label. Now I want to readjust my window. I don't care about all of this. I want to get the part that I really care about. So I'm going to Control Menu, and we're going to go to Window Zoom. We're going to go to Window Settings. Now X minimum, I don't care about all those numbers down by -10. I'm just going to go a little bit beyond 0. So I'm going to type in negative pi over 6. It's a little bit before 0. My X maximum, I'm going to type that in as 13 pi over 6. 13 pi over 6 is just a little bit beyond what pi over 6 or what 2 pi is. I'm using radians here. I care about radians in this problem. It makes sense to have my scale set up to reflect that. My X scale, I'm going to enter a value, and I'm going to enter a value of pi over 6. That nice smallest angle, the 30-degree angle, that's on our unit circle. And the Y minimum, Y maximum, that should be good. There we go. 2 pi, about 6.81, negative pi over 6, roughly that. Each one of these marks represents pi over 6. So 1 pi over 6, 2 pi over 6, 3 pi over 6, that's pi over 2, right here where the hand is. Now I'm going to put in my other equation, 4 minus x. We should expect a line hitting the y-axis at 4 and a slope of -1. Let's try that again. There we go. How many solutions are there? Well, there's 3. How are we going to find them? We're going to go to Menu, Analyze Graph, and we're finding the intersection points. Here's one of them. So one solution is approximately 1.82. Another one is approximately 3.28. And finally another one is 5.81. We have 3 values for x. We have approximated them to the nearest hundredth. One thing to remember is you can always use a graphing calculator to solve complex equations. For something like this, it's way more accessible, way more intuitive to find x this way than it is to pile through a mess of algebra. That equation that we had, not so doable, but it becomes very accessible, very doable with the help of our graphing calculator.